What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mir the Kid, and as you can see by the title of this video, we are going to be doing a review of my sneaker collection. Now, low-key, I don't have a lot of shoes, but I'm progressing over time to be able to get more. But as of what I have now, we are going to be doing a review of them. I am going to be showing you what I do to style them and just how I feel overall about it. And I am going to be 100% authentic with y'all. I'm gonna keep it P with y'all. I'm gonna really keep it real with y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, to start off, we're gonna be starting off with the first shoe in my sneaker collection, which is the Jordan 12 Retros. So I don't really know what the actual name is called, but I think that they're called the Jordan 12 Retros. But basically, this is a black and white 12 with gold on them on this part, and you have white laces right here. You have the yellow part on the back of it, and then you also have the part that says Jordan on the back. So as you know, if you are a real sneakerhead, you would know that 12s are actually really uncomfortable. So you cannot wear 12s for a very long period of time, such as the duration of going to school, because they actually really hurt your feet really bad. And I've experienced this several times because I've had 3 pairs of 12s in my entire life. I've had these, the blueberries and the light gray ones, but they actually really kind of hurt. So with these, sometimes I might wear like some skinny jeans, maybe in black or maybe in the green ones that I'm wearing right now. Sometimes I might wear like some light blue wash jeans, or maybe if you wanted to wear like a type of baggy pair of jeans and just like put it over this part, then that might work too. But let's go ahead and get to the next shoe. The next shoe is my shell top Adidas. Now these are one of my beaters. These are like the shoes that I play basketball in, that I run in, the shoes that I skateboard in. And these aren't really like one of the ones that I would like wear every single day, but they are still a good shoe to wear every single day. Usually I might wear these also with some black pants or some gray pants. You can also wear these with baggy pants or baggy jeans. You can wear these with cargos, sweatpants, just really anything that you want to wear. This is really just a real classic silhouette of a shoe to be able to go into a sneaker collection. The next shoe in my collection is the Nike Mid Vintage 77 Blazers. Now I don't know if I said that in the right order, but I think I said it in the right order. These actually used to be the original basketball shoes. They used to wear these, and they also used to wear Converses to be able to play basketball in. I recently just got this shoe. I bought it for like, I think $39. StockX and GOAT and stuff, you can get these for at least $100, but you know StockX and everything has like the $14 shipping and everything. But I got these for as low as $39. I think that this is a really cool shoe, but there are some flaws about it that could be based on how your foot is shaped. Such as if you have a narrow foot, then this is good. Oh god dang. If you have a narrow foot, this is good. But if you don't have a narrow foot, then it's like if you put your foot down and they spread out, this is not really a good shoe, because this is more for narrow feet. Since I don't have narrow feet, they typically spread out some. But also another flaw is actually height of this. So it prevents your ankle from being able to have as much movement as it usually does. Like when you're wearing like low top dunks that only cover like the bottom part of your ankle, this covers up your whole ankle. So that is two flaws about these, but they are still cool. One thing I might say is don't wear these near like red dirt or anything if you're going to wear any dirt, because there is suede on here, as you can see. And suede is very hard to clean, and it also stains very easily. Overall, this is a good shoe. I wear these with like baggy pants sometimes, and I put it over this part. Sometimes I might just wear regular jeans and then I put it over the tongue part, just leave it out on the side. Sometimes I might also just wear the tongue over the pants. But overall, this is a good shoe. My next shoe is my Rick Owens. Now, you can find Rick Owens at a whole bunch of places now. Like, you can find them on StockX, you can find them on GOAT, you can find them everywhere. You can find them in stores. You can basically find it at anywhere, any store. But this is one of the luxury shoes that is in my collection. These are the jumbo lace ones. These are a really nice shoe that you can wear with black jeans. Also, I wore them with gray jeans before. You can wear them with like leather pants, graphic tee, graphic hoodie, just basically anything that you want to match it with, because these can go with everything because they have black in them. One thing about these are really comfortable because they have a really comfortable insole, and they're also leather on the outside. Also, one thing I might recommend is do not run in these, because whatever type of socks that you're wearing, these will always end up slipping off of your feet just for them being so soft in the inside and just being made of leather. But overall, this is a nice shoe also. I really like it. They get dirty like really easily on this part. I don't know what it's made out of, but they get dirty really easily. Overall, this is also a good shoe. The next shoe in my collection is my vibin. Now, I do not know what colorway this is, but all I can say is that it's white. It has a blue bottom to it, and you got like this orange tab on the back. That's the only thing I can really say about them, because I do not know what this colorway is. But these are a nice shoe. These are also for narrow feet just as well as the Blazers are. If your feet are wide like mine, they will burn at the bottom. I'm telling you that now. They will burn at the bottom if you do not have narrow feet. I typically loose lace these just because there's for only narrow feet. One thing about them being white, they get dirty really easily up at the top. I will recommend that do not play basketball in these shoes. I did one time and I fell. I ended up breaking my own ankles. I don't even know how that's even possible. But anyway, these are a nice shoe. I wear these also with jeans, sweatpants, basically anything that can be comfortable, because these are a comfortable shoe as long as you have narrow feet. But I don't really know much about this shoe because I don't really wear Vapor Maxes. I mostly just wear like Dunks and maybe like Jordan 4s and stuff like that. But I don't really wear Vapor Maxes. They're not my typical go-to shoe. But I'm going to start to get into them over time. But yeah. My next shoe is my Bapestas. Now, Bapestas go for a lot of money. These go for a lot of money. So, these are one of the luxury shoes. These were actually popularized by Soulja Boy. If you do not know, these are popularized by Soulja Boy. I got mine in the black and white colorway. You can also get them in blue. You can get them in pink. You can get them in green. They have them in all colors, actually. I actually want another pair, but I want them in blue, and I want like the low top ones. But that's going to take some time to get, but I'll work as hard as I can to get them. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So right here you can see you have the regular bathing ape star right here. You got the bathing ape right here. You got where it says Bape right there. You also have a Bape little charm thing that's right here. Also you have these little aglets right here that are also in the exact same color. On the aglet you can't, I don't even think you'll be able to see it, but you can't really see it because of the lighting, but basically it has like the Bapestas star on there. The bottom part shows the star right there. You got like a little circle to be right there too. I wear these with like black pants, gray pants, white pants, basically any type of pants, just because they're black and white, they match with everything. I remember the time when I actually wanted these. I actually got these at the beginning of this year for the beginning of 10th grade, because I had the perfect outfit and everything to match with them, and I just wanted them so bad. So I asked my dad, could I get them, and then he bought them for me. But these are a really cool shoe. I typically would not recommend anybody to spend a whole bunch of money on a pair of Bapes if you do not have it. Do not spend all of that money. Now, I don't have it either. I'm telling you that now. I do not have all that kind of money. That is why I asked, could I get them? Because I don't have that amount of money, and I can't afford these. I can't afford all these luxury shoes and all this stuff like that. But anyway, back to the shoe. These are a really cool shoe. I really like them. Avoid trying to do any activities in these because they will crease the patent leather, which will not go back to its original form. overall, this is a good shoe. They resemble Air Forces basically. So if you like Air Forces, then you'll also like these. So if you wear Air Forces, I also recommend Bases also. My next shoe is my Playoff 11s. Now I do not know if these are the Playoff 11s or if these are the Bread 11s, because these were also a gift that was given to me. But based on my knowledge, I believe that these are the Playoff 11s and these are not the Breads. But they are typically kind of the same thing because they have the exact same colorway. But getting into the shoe, just like the Bases, they also have patent leather all the way around. You got the carbon fiber under the bottom. You got the traction under the bottom. I typically loose lace mine just because I like to be comfortable when I'm wearing most of my shoes. You got the Jordan logo right there, as you can see. You got the part where that's usually on regular Jordan 11s right here. It's not really a lot of detail in this shoe, for real. I sometimes wear these with black jeans and sometimes also sweatpants. I also could wear these with cargos, but I don't really wear these shoes anymore as much as I used to, because for one, red isn't really my color. All my life I haven't really liked red. I'm mostly always liked blue. Everything around this room is blue, so I'm mostly always stuck with blue all the time. So I never really liked red, so I don't really have a lot of things that I wear red with. These are still a cool shoe. These are mostly in everybody's collection because there's not a collection without a pair of 11s. Anyway, I will also be careful with doing activities in these as well because they crease easily, and when you crease patent leather, it does not go back to its original form or its original state. So I do not recommend doing anything rough in these shoes, but overall, these are still a good shoe. My next shoe, my new school Vans. Now, I wanted these for a very long time when they had first came out. I wanted these so bad because I saw that everybody had some, but also remember not to always follow the hype because it doesn't always turn out how you want it to. I didn't want to be like everybody else and get the black and white version, so I ended up getting the navy blue version. These typically go for $75 on the Vans app. If you go to the Vans app, they go for $75. They go for $80 if with the $5 I think either shipping fee or processing fee. Do not buy these on StockX because they do cost more. They cost almost $100 on StockX. You can get them very, very cheaper on the Vans official website. These are really, really comfortable also because they have this nice padded tongue. So they're not typically like your regular Vans because they're more thicker. Also in the inside, they're very, very thick. They have a really comfortable insole. They do crease really, really easily because the front of Vans are always fabric. You got this nice traction on the bottom of here. I'll wear these with like maybe some polos, maybe like some polo pants. Also a graphic tee, maybe in navy blue, just to be able to match with this. I have a outfit that I actually created with these. If you go and look at my Instagram that I'm going to leave down below, it is also on the front of my YouTube channel profile. These are a nice shoe. They're really cool. I actually like them. I also wear these with sweatpants just because it matches with the comfortability of just wanting like a really, really chill day. But overall, this is a good shoe also, so I do recommend this. But I recommend it in a colorway that not everybody else always get. But yeah, my next shoe in my collection is actually a collab. This is the Jordan 4 Union LA Guava Ice. So this is a collab with Union and LA in the Guava Ice colorway. I wanted these for a very long time, and then I ended up recently getting them. These are actually a really, really cool shoe. You can't really match them with a lot of things because of all the colors on them, but I did end up getting a jacket that actually matches with all the colors. If you want to see that, you can go and check my Instagram in the description, or you can go on to my YouTube channel, and it's also linked on there. These are actually really, really nice. I wanted these so bad. One thing I might say about these is also stay away from dirt because this is also suede on the front of here. These do not crease because of whatever this material is that stops it from being able to actually crease. One special detail about this is actually the tongue. So the tongue, typically when you first get them, it starts off like this, and it shows this Air Jordan thing right here. But you know, on regular Jordan 4s, the Air Jordan part is usually in the inside of the shoe, and then you usually have this part on the outside of the shoe. So when you first get it, it's going to be like this. It's actually going to be stitched down, but then you actually have to cut the stitching off with like an X-Acto knife or something, and then as soon as you do, it will lift up and it will show you have the Jordan logo with the Union at the bottom, and then on the back of it, then you'll be able to see this right here, the Air Jordan on the inside. So that is one cool feature about it. That's why I really like them, because they're kind of different and not a lot of people have them. So I don't know literally anybody at my school with these type of shoes. I like to get things that are like different from everybody else that not everybody else has. But overall, this is a nice shoe with the colors and everything. It was just a lot of stuff going on this shoe, but it is still nice and it is still different from any other shoe that I have ever gotten. The things I would wear with these, I have wore them with like some tannish jeans. I've also wore these with sweatpants before. You can wear them with shorts. I would wear like some blue graphic shorts, maybe even some black graphic shorts, graphic shirt if you have one that has these colors in there. My last shoe of reviewing today is the Travis Scott SBs. Now, as you know, Travis Scott likes to make the most craziest things in his collections with the most craziest features on his shoe. So, as you know, SBs, Nike SBs are typically a skating shoe. So, Travis Scott has put a couple of features inside of this shoe, such as under this leather right here, under this material right here, there is actually a different color under the bottom of it. I think it's pink under this part. So as soon as you're skating or whatever, whenever it rips off, it has like this nice, cool color under it. There's also some color under this swoosh over here. Also on the other side, the swoosh is also the opposite color. You have the Phantom printing right here. You also have like the lettering right there. You have the Nike on the back. You have the Nike on the bottom. You also have the rope laces, and on the front of it you can see you also have the Cactus Jack. Now, I really like these. They are really, really cool. They're also different. They tend to go for a lot of money, but I'm pretty sure you can find cheaper options if there is some out there. But these typically go for close to $1,000. Maybe only because they are a collab with Travis Scott, so they will cost a lot of money. But I feel like it was worth it because not a lot of people have these. But I also typically wear these with some tannish jeans, maybe even a tannish jacket. Also, everything that I wear is mostly graphic, so graphic tee, graphic hoodie. But overall, this is a nice shoe. I really like it. It's different from any other thing that I've ever seen. And yeah. Anyway, that is all of the shoes that are in my sneaker collection. I actually have one more pair. I think I have a pair of Yeezys actually. Right here. These are the Yeezy 350s in the copper colorway. I don't usually wear these because I do not like Yeezys. They are really comfortable, but I do not like them. I've also never wore these. These were given to me. I don't really wear these because Yeezys just aren't my typical type of shoe. But I just have them just sitting around just because I really don't know what to do with them. But I never wore them before, but I would probably recommend, based on just how they look, just looking at them looking comfortable as they are, I would wear some sweatpants with them. I wouldn't wear like any jeans or anything because I just don't think that they would really go well with it. But they're not typically my type of shoe, so I will not really do any like judgment based on them. But they are pretty cool. But anyway, that about wraps it up. I do have a pair of Panda Dunks and also a pair of Adidas that is left, but I'm not going to show those in this video because the Panda Dunks are actually a little kind of messed up, and the Adidas actually have a little bit of dirt on them. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I would recommend that you hit the like button. You also hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell and put it on all notifications. You will always be notified when I make another video. But with that being said, I'll see y'all boys next time. I'm out.